Hi everyone, welcome to Maximum Attack Rallying. It's Thursday, it's video day. I hope you are all doing well. We are talking about the world of virtual rallying today. I know I'm a little bit behind the times because this was revealed last week, but it launches in just a couple of days. So think of this as a healthy reminder of what is to come and what you should be downloading on January the 28th. And that is the Le Maestro expansion pack for EA Sports WRC. It was announced last week, as I said. I didn't miss it, it just didn't fit very well with my filming schedule. So I thought I'll talk about it this week and just remind you, because you can download it in a couple of days, because I think it's well worth downloading. I am pleasantly surprised by what is included in this upgrade. There's lots and lots of things to potentially enjoy. So if you are not familiar, towards the tail end of last year, when EA Sports released some updates, they added Rally Latvia and Rally Poland to the EA WRC title. They announced two expansion packs. So there is the Le Maestro pack, which comes out this month, and then there is the Hard Chargers pack, which comes out in the spring. We don't know too much about the contents of that one for now, but we do know all the juicy details of the Le Maestro pack, and the reason it is called Le Maestro pack is because there is very much a French theme. It is in celebration of the dominance, I suppose you could say, couldn't you? I think that's fair, of French drivers and French teams from the kind of, it didn't really start in the end of the 90s, did it? But there was maybe signs at the end of the 90s, but definitely through the 2000s and the much of the 2010s, or most of the 2010s really, with Sébastien Ogier in the Fiesta. So lots and lots of exciting things, and really I think the part that you will care about the most is the cars, isn't it? You have 6 new cars. That surprised me. I didn't expect there to be 6, but there are 6, and there are some doozies. And top of the list for me as a self-confessed F2 nerd is the Citroën Zara kit car. I am so pleased that they have included that. I mean, I love an F2 car, so I am biased, but I think it's important. This is a significant car because it was in fact the last two-wheel drive car to win a round of the World Rally Championship, won at Corsica and Catalonia in 1999. So that's important, isn't it? It's important to mark that, so it's really, really good to see that car in there. And if normally aspirated two-wheel drive cars are your thing, it is not just the Zara that you should be excited about. We've also got 2 more additions in the Peugeot 206 Super 1600 and the Citroën C2 R2 Max, which is a bit of a mouthful. Nice to see both of those in there. Obviously, I'm not going to complain, another Super 1600 and another choice in the R2 category. So good to see both of those. Leaving two-wheel drive behind, there are some juicy four-wheel drive additions as well. We have the Citroën DS3 WRC and the Polo WRC. I'm really pleased to see those cars in there because I thought it was a bit thin, that era, you know. I actually think that era of the WRC is a bit underrated. I know it was dominated by Volkswagen with the Polo, but I mean, that alone means it's really important that the Polo is in there, doesn't it? But for me, that was quite a good format, and I think in many ways it was actually better than a lot of the regulations we've seen since then. So I'm really pleased to see both of those cars in there. Rounding out the new car additions is another big one, and that is the Citroën C3 World Rally car. That was not a successful car, was it? It's fair to say, not a successful car, marked the end of Citroën's involvement in the WRC. So, you know, a bit of a dark chapter in some ways, but it's nice to see that car in there, isn't it? Alongside the 17 spec Fiesta WRC and the ill-fated, shall we say, Polo WRC that never got to compete. Nice to see those cars in there. We just need the Yaris, don't we? Then we'll have the full set of 17 type cars. So in car terms, I think they have done a fantastic job, but it is not just cars. There is some other stuff that we need to look at. And they've added a surprising number of stages, and I am very, very pleased about that, starting with Monte Carlo. There are 6 new stages added to the Monte Carlo rally, which seems rather fitting as that event kicks off this weekend. So you can watch the rally and then dive into having a go yourself on 6 new stages in Monte Carlo. There are also 6 stages added to Portugal, which is very fitting because I'm wearing a Rally Portugal t-shirt. Look, that was an accident, a happy, happy accident. So nice to see that. One of those stages is FAF, which is perhaps a surprise because I would have thought FAF would have been in there from the start, but apparently not. So good to see that in there. Just returning to cars briefly, there are also 17 new liveries, as you would expect with a French-themed content content pack. Most of those are related to French cars, so most of them are on Citroëns and Peugeots, but there are a couple. There is an update to one of the Fabia liveries, and there is also some updates to the 17-ish era Fiesta WRC. I can't remember exactly which year it is, but it's another Ogier livery, as I understand it. So there are some new liveries to get your teeth into. I think the Zara with the Go branding, Kronos, wasn't it, around that car? So there's some extra liveries in there if you're into that. I can't say they bother me hugely, the liveries, but for some of you, I'm sure that will be interesting. I think there are also some extra moments in there. I'm not really going to say anything about that because I've never touched moments in EA Sports WRC. I don't really care. Sorry. If you're interested, they are there. So there you go. Anyway, let's wrap this one up. Do let me know in the comments what you think of the expansion. Do you think it's good? Do you think they should have added more? Is there any other cars you would have liked to see? As I said, we have the Hard Chargers pack coming in the spring, so let me know in the comments what you would like to see in there, what cars you're hoping for. I've seen lots of comments online from people saying they'd like to see some more Toyotas, and I can't help but agree with that. Like I said, I'd like to see the 17 spec Yaris. It'd be nice to see a Corolla WRC in there as well, wouldn't it? So there is lots and lots that they could still add to the game, but overall I have to say well done EA Sports and Codemasters. I think you've done pretty well with the Le Maestro pack. I can't wait to download it and pretend that I'm Philip Bugalski in a Citroën Zara kit car. Looking forward to that. As always, make sure you follow me over on socials and do give me a like and subscribe here. It definitely helps. I'll see you again next time.